Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about a film that I've wanted to talk about for a long time. This is Klute. So Klute was released by the Criterion Collection just recently. It is spine number 987. It's directed by Alan J. Pakula and it's from 1971. There's so many great things to tell you about Klute, but I want to give you three things that if you like these three things, you're probably going to like this movie. So the first one is that this movie was shot in 1971. So if you're a fan of 70s movies like All the President's Men or Serpico, The French Connection, you're going to love this movie. So you see some of the elements that you love about a 70s film. A lot of the discussion on this film too has to do with the collaboration between Alan J. Pakula and the actors. As you'll see in a supplement, he talks about his favoring this idea of collaboration. So this is something that you see with a lot of the 70s films. It's very, 70s films seem to me anyway to be more independent, and the look and feel of the film feels more like the 70s. The visual style of the film, the use of the long take. So there's a few scenes, especially in Jane Fonda's apartment, where the camera is just in one place and you're just watching her walk around the apartment. These kind of techniques, I believe anyway, were a part of the 70s, and a part of the reason I love 70s films so much, because the visual style of 70s filmmakers is very apparent with Klute. Some say that Klute was part of the Paranoid trilogy from Alan J. Pakula, with Klute, The Parallax View, and All the President's Men. Of course, he directed all three of those films. The second reason to see this film, I think, is for Jane Fonda. So Jane Fonda won an Oscar for Klute. She did a lot of preparation for this movie. She almost didn't do the movie too because she thought that that she wasn't right for it. And she talks about that in one of the supplements on the Blu-ray. But she's amazing in this film. She talks about living in what is her apartment in the film, and there's a few places where I could just watch her in that apartment, and she was talking with Alan Pakula about creating a space for her that she could live in. So she actually lived in that space and decorated some of it herself, picked out her own clothes, things like that. The rehearsal time for this movie also was 3 to 4 weeks, I believe, according to the supplements. And she did a lot of research outside of the film also to make sure she knew this character very well, and she does an amazing job in this film. If you love Jane Fonda, you're going to love her in Klute. The third reason to see this film is if you are a fan of film noir. So this film has all the elements of a film noir film. It has a detective, it has a femme fatale, it's very gritty in some cases. It's very dark due to the cinematography of Gordon Willis, one of the first times that he's worked with Alan J. Pakula in this film. And Pakula talks about how Gordon Willis influenced his film style with Klute. Gordon Willis, as a cinematographer, also was known for his low-light photography, so a lot of the scenes are very dark, dingy, and it really gives you the sense of the environment that they're in. So again, if you're a fan of film noir, you're going to love Klute. I highly recommend you pick up the Criterion Collection edition of Klute. It's got a ton of extra features. It looks beautiful with the restoration that they've done, and it's one of my top films of the 1970s. Thanks again for watching. That's really been my quick take on Klute. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Click on the notification bell and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Thanks. We'll see you next time.